Hello again. Hello, my fluffies. It is fun time a little bit FZ. So I wanted to tell everybody we are officially coming back. Um, we'll be taking breaks because motivation is kind of harsh on us, most of us, to keep showing up on every episode. But I also deleted the map, of course, because I didn't. And of course, I'm going to tell everyone, I forgot to label the world for it. And you guys can guess what happened. Um, I I don't even actually, to think of it, I think I might have deleted it when I had to delete Minecraft to upload on my main channel. I'm not suggesting to go on that because that of course has swearing, and this channel is mainly for the people who don't really like swearing at all. I kind of want to like have a foot on this side where I won't have to swear, I won't need to swear whatsoever to be loud or funny or anything, where I could use my actual brain to make up the jokes. And also, it's more like the Low Bit channel is a lot more. I feel like it gives off a little bit more light, as the Clemson channel is more has more serious role plays, more has more the role plays have a lot of it's more serious than this one. So it's kind of like if you turn on a light switch. The Low Bit channel is the light. The Clemson channel will be the dark, where it's more, it's less. It's practically like the less censored version of the Low Bit channel. So if you want the censored, this is the channel. If you want the uncensored, that's the Clemson channel, where it's really unfiltered. And I made it like that because the old Clemson era kind of died a long time ago, and I couldn't. At this point, it's like all the old history of me swearing's there, and I can't delete 1 million videos. So that's why the Clemson channel hasn't stopped. Has adult humor in it. As in for this will always stay as where it is, because I find this channel to be a complete success on its own, without no swearing, no nothing. I want to thank everybody. Thank you all for sticking around, despite of the humor being dry, because there's not really anything to give off the feeling, or nowadays a lot of people swear to be funny, and it's kind of, it wears off the actual comedic ways you gotta be. I'm sorry. I my mind's been everywhere today, and I just got off from work 3 hours ago, and I'm still out of it. Like I said, the fact that most humor is swearing and everything, and the Low Bit channel gives me a challenge to actually make up a joke. And of course I do it on the Clemson channel, and it's more, you gotta think about it a little, and then you will realize what I'm actually meaning. But for this, I could give off actually harmless jokes, which would be still funny, and it would be kind of cool to pass on the more innocent humor, to keep it alive, because most YouTubers don't actually use innocent humor, as I put it. So this channel is gonna stay child friendly. I just want to make this completely clear that nothing's changing exactly. It's just that I did an idiot thing to do, and I deleted the map, so I have to rebuild it. But this time, I am actually going to place it on a map that already exists, and I know for sure that if I deleted this, I ruined my other roleplay, so I'll have double consequences. If I delete this one, And I'm going to hope that I don't, because this series is really, really big. For this one and the other channel, and I wanted to do like a little crossover, which you'll actually get to see the characters actually go to the actual place, because they're actually really close and they're on the same map, but like they're on the other cross of the city. And I'll make it clear in the Lowwood channel. Now the thing about this, it's gonna start all the way back to like season 1 of my main channel, the main roleplay. It's gonna start from season 1, and it goes up. And so the Loba channel season 2, of course, will kind of go past to the point of CMSL, or what, like CMS. How do you even CMS2? There we go. There we go. It's so hard. You never put a C, not an M or an S. I just decided to fail at both of that. Okay. You can't make a word out of it, too, so don't even try. So the whole point is that it's practically like I'm restarting the series, and I am, for the third time, but this time I have an idea on how I want to run this roleplay and how I want it to go. And it's going to be just free. We just think of something and then have it happen, and we make up a little bit of rules, and we'll go from there. Of course, we'll script the humor. We'll script what happens, of course. It's just that it's going to be more lighter than it was before, where I had to script the jokes, and that was torturous. It was, I guess, like, if I did it like this, how I thought of it now, I feel like it's gonna be less stress put on my shoulders, because, like I said, all I would have to do is script of what's gonna happen, and I just have to go along with what jokes my friends are gonna make. And including myself, I could add on to the joke to make it a lot more funny. But the thing is, it's gonna be more of a teamwork, other than just me have a burden on my shoulders of having to make it funny. And of course, the plot, everything goes along with it. It's gonna be clear that Lowit doesn't know that Clemson was born whatsoever. If it makes any sense. That Clemson has a different type of mom. It's a fox, of course. This fox is going to be a villain. So, a villain mom and then a hero like dad somehow makes sense, but it will all add up in some sort of way. I just can't. I'm just going to say it like that because I can't. When I figure everything out, those are like kind of like written type of ideas I have for it, technically. And on the Fluff Trio, I don't suggest watching. I don't want you guys watching that, because that's practically like Adult Swim. If you went on the old cartoons, I don't know if Cartoon Network still exists. I don't really know. I haven't watched TV for like 3 years, and I mean, like, well, actually, since I was 17, I haven't really watched it, so, I mean, I don't know. Anything could happen. So it's practically like Adult Swim. 9 o'clock, apparently, the lights turn off. It's, the Fluffy Trio. And the schedule for the Lowbit channel is quite unknown. It comes off of every day I have my days off. To let you all know, I have a job now, and I'm also running like 5 other channels that are supposedly going to be active, and the ones that are not get deleted. And it's because, like, I have a lot of ideas to run through, and as everyone knows, like when I have an idea, I just genuinely want to do it right away because like I don't want the idea to go be spoiled or not spoiled, but like you know, at its like when it like the feeling of it being pretty cool kind of goes away. Um, I know that like throughout the channel, I've it's been serious. Like the channel has had a lot of serious issues, or not issues, but like the roleplay was serious for this. But I'm gonna apologize for that, and I'm gonna make it funny. I'll make it the way it was supposed to, and the supposed to part was that it was supposed to be like the oddities and but like a swap version of that. So the characters are going to have to be displayed as the opposite of what the character would be on the oddities. And they would just have to follow through of character, play a character, what of the description I write. I have to like watch 10 videos of each character, what's of the oddities, because this is what exactly what the channel was supposed to be about. It was supposed to be the opposite of the oddities, the opposite, like the swap version. So hold on, I'm getting up. I'm laying down. I'm relaxing. So the whole point is I don't know what's the opposite of the 70s because the retro years, 80s. I'm sorry. So pretty much this is going to take place in the 90s because the 80s, the 90s makes sense. Now, there's a lot to talk about this. The Fluffy Trio is an alternate universe. So this won't be, it will be technically canon, but technically not, because I can't talk about like the canon version of Clemson. I can't talk about Clemson whatsoever actually, because like the storyline of that character is quite like gruesome and depressing. And it's gonna be seeked out at season 4. And if you guys know, I'm retiring. After like I'll be retiring FNAF roleplay after that for that channel specifically. And for this channel, I will retire when I feel comfortable enough to say I did a lot, and I think you guys will be pleased. If I feel pleased of what I've done to this channel, and I'll probably retire. And the thing is, I won't delete the channel. I'll keep it up for you guys. It's just that I won't upload whatsoever anymore. It's just how it's gonna be. I'm not gonna delete it because I don't want to ruin so many people like childhood that I could end up being. So because like most of the channels that I used to know, they deleted their channel straight up. So and a lot of them turn out to be bad people, and I just can't watch them anymore once I hear what they've did or done. So enough being about that. I got that off my chest. So for this one, um, of course, if you guys know, it's in the city. It also takes place of the Fluff Trio, and I mentioned the franchise. That's like an ongoing role play for my friends that still want to role play, technically. So I made a role play. Like this role play will be specifically for them to, we'll make a plot for for certain videos. It's practically like Family Guy. It has that. It's gonna have that Family Guy feeling to it, and we will have like clip outs and of like certain jokes and run on jokes. As in for the Lobit channel, for the Fluffy Trio, it's gonna be like the background of it. If this makes any sense for you guys, this whole this whole plex is gonna look kind of, it's just gonna be in the background, or either that it'll be in a video on the fluff trio. um so as you can know, there's gonna be new blocks. I'm gonna tell anyone to know, like, to let everyone know, it's not a texture pack that you can get. I actually made that. I made the texture pack, and um I don't know how to import the texture pack so people can have it. It's just like, when you see it, you might like it. I'm not really sure. It's kind of cringy, but it fits really well with the environment of what the place is. So you guys will probably find out sooner or later there's going to be some blocks that don't look like they came from Minecraft. Um But either way, um, the map is going to be really big. It's, of course, it's going to be a plex because it's going to have to follow through. Um, but like I said, we're supposed to be the opposite of the others. So if they're doing something, we have to be the polar opposite of what they do. Um, as in that, but like, I'll make an example that Lobit is the main character, and Lobit, of course, is a guy, and that makes Foxy the female. Um, but in a sense that they're gonna be a they. They're gonna be called they because they're not. It's gonna be a non-binary character, of course. Because no one can legitimately know what gender is Foxy, so we'll just make them like binary. So I don't have any fights in my comments, and I don't have to want to delete comments because they're being mean or violent to each other. Um, Puppet, I think it's very clear that Puppet is going to be not lactose intolerant because that's the opposite of Puppet. Lobit is not going to like cakes. I'm actually going to make it a huge trait that Lobit's going to be a healthy character, and then Foxy's going to have to like cake somehow. Um, so as in for like Vanny or Lefty or Glitch Trap, those are the new characters that'll be introduced somehow or eventually. Glitch Trap, of course, is gonna have a son. At some point, they will have a son. I'm gonna have they, but they go by they him. Um, so he's gonna have a son at some point. Fluff Trap, and I know it doesn't make any sense, but here's the thing. What I wanted to do is that as like Fluff Trap is going to be part of the Clemson channel, but also be part of the sister location. Um, like I said, the Fluff trio is different. Do not look at that channel. Like, do not look at those videos, because those are mainly meant for people my age. I swear that they are. Because it's gonna have, like, the videos, all those videos for the Fluff Trio are gonna have the warning. You'll know for sure. Because mainly for them, that it's meant to have no filter. So I kind of beg that most of you guys will take on the warning to not go on my main channel and look up Fluff Trio. But the reason why I mention it so much, the reason why I mention it, is because of course, it plays a huge role to this channel. Um, it's just that this is practically the background. Um, and the whole point of it is that this is what the background looks like, the background characters, the background area You're not gonna see these characters in the actual main story. You're just gonna see these guys in the area they are in. Um, as in for like if the crossover happens, there will be a time where it does, and the characters won't swear, of course, because they'll be displayed on this channel. Well, it depends on like storyline. If the storyline twines with each other, and if you know what twine means, it just means if the storyline actually butt heads to making the characters meet each other. It's what most characters do. Well, most stories do. If like there's a background character they made up with the main character, and that person ends up being like the polar opposite, or a lost brother, or some fluff. But the whole point is that like the Lolbit channel is a background with background characters. They're all backgrounds. There's no such thing as main character because of course, this takes place in the Clemson universe, so these are background characters, and it's just that we're just telling the story of Lolbit, not Clem. And like I said, even though that I mentioned the Fluff Trio, I do not advise to people to watch it. And the warnings will show up 18 seconds each time, 18 seconds each time, saying do not watch if you're under the age of blah blah blah. Um, it's just the main cause is that you might not get the jokes, but people, it's not wise to expose yourself to that. No, 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 no. And I prefer most of my viewers to like, for me to support people who are trying to get to clean humor, because if you guys know, like I said, clean humor is dying, and creativity is dying along with creativity of humor, and without people making actual legit jokes that are kind of harmful, they're not the whole meaning of jokes is kind of disappearing along with it. So I know I'm the one. I'm like, you probably questioning me. Then why are you stepping in the PG-13 and then stepping your foot in the other one where child friendly is? Well, I'm sorry, because some people, when you usually swear, it's hard to stop. It's hard to stop, and I don't want you guys being exposed to it. So if you can't handle swearing or handle really, 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 really bad jokes that are probably either offensive or even like dark in general. You know what I mean? Like if you can't handle that, have every word of what the characters say with a grain of salt. Like it's not gonna be super bad, but like the humor is gonna be there, and you're gonna have to face it. And if you can't handle it, I don't want you facing it. And I'm just saying the whole point because it's the same universe, so I have to mention it eventually. And I hate doing that because people get curious, and I should have not said it at all, but I have to be honest with you guys that it's part of that series, and that series is not really. It's quite PG-13. I'll put it as that. Probably the best way I could say it for. Um, I'll have a. I'm having a video on the Clemson channel, and I know that I say subscribe to that one, subscribe to that one. Uh, I'm mostly talking to the older people, but for this channel specifically, the one that's very, very clean with no scratches, no dirt on it, this channel is the background of that story. Now, like I said, I'm advising it to people who didn't hear me the last time. Do not go and look, because I know how curious you are. Don't look. It's not good to be exposed to that type of stuff. It's not good. It's not correct. And plus, it's good to stay clean with your humor, because sometimes some people are really sensitive, and to let you know, sensitive people are most likely, you know, are going to say something about it. And like I said, I just don't want you guys exposed to that, and I wanted to keep this channel away from that type of stuff, because specifically I'm trying to prevent myself from stepping over the line on this channel. Um, because this channel is trying to help me not do it, like, not swear as much as I used to. Um, so, as in for this, I can't really mention a lot about plot, but the plot is that, you know, a lot of stuff starts happening. It's a chaotic thing that goes on and on and on. Of course, Clemson's going to be mentioned somehow. Um, on my main channel, it's going to explain that side, but for this, it's going to explain this side. For anyone that is older, to be able to handle the actual, you know, the humor in it. Um, as in for this is kind of playing like the old channel, or like the old videos, way like the start of the channel, except that it's gonna be ongoing. I don't know why I stuttered so much, but it's gonna be ongoing from what that was, and it's just gonna go from there. And like I said, meeting Clem is just gonna be a plot of a video, like as if it was for on the Fluffy Trio, because it's literally the polar opposite of this one. So I hope that makes some sense. I will make videos about character traits and everything as I'm building the map. I'm still building it, so I hope you guys can be patient. It's gonna take probably like 2 to 3 months, or even more, because like I said, as more ideas pop in my head, I want to do them, so I will probably build them. To let you know, I do also have a back room in the end, so that could be a plot for this channel too, as if it was for the other channel. Now, I only got up to level 3 on that, for building the back rooms. So you might see it. And as in for everything else to it, it's going to be an ongoing thing. I'm back, but I just need a little bit more patience, and I know that probably asking is not going to be enough anymore. I would have to give you updates soon, and I will. And I'll show you around the map. Make sure that you like what you're seeing for the map, and I will show you other spots that might take place for the Lobit channel. I'll, you know, let you guys explore your ideas with me, with, when it comes to plot, because I want this to go pretty far. I'm hoping that it'll last like at least 2 years before if it ends up being shut down or something. I really hope that that's not the case, but if it is, run by ideas. Tell me an idea for what you want for I keep saying Clemson channel, but for the Lowit channel, and I will do them. Just make sure that it's not like a gruesome thing, but maybe like a normal disaster video, or like a Lowbit does this, that it causes a whole disaster thing or a problem. That's what I meant. It's gonna be like one of those, and that's pretty much it. I know that I've been running on about this, about being a huge thing, and it's probably best that I let you guys know about it. I'm not gonna edit this video because I hope that you guys watch the entire thing. I'll put it in the description, of course. I just want to talk about it because it's really important that you guys know about the updates of this channel coming back. It's really soon, and it's not leaving anytime sooner. It's just that I'm trying to recover a lot from what I lost. We still have a puppet, we have a bonbon, we have a circus baby, and a spring trap, and a little bit. And we also got the Foxy. We also got we're gonna get a Lefty eventually, hopefully. I don't know. And as in for like Ballora, I don't know who's gonna be a Ballora, but hopefully somebody. Probably someone from my group, but if not, that's okay. But that's all. And I will specify to my members that, like, if you guys are not really interested in being a member or anything else like that, you could just skip through this. I'll see you guys later in the next video. So as in for everyone that is, actually wanting to be a member, swearing, you only have at least 5 strikes. Swear once in a video, it's a strike. Swear twice, it's 2 strikes. It goes from there. You can't do it at all. Specifically because I can't edit out everything, to let you know. I cannot I cannot do it. It's hard to do. So, like, if you're gonna do stuff like that, don't do it. Like I said, and if you run out of strikes, I have to kick you because you're swearing a lot, like, too much. And maybe that the Lobit channel wasn't really good for you. Or not, I'm not gonna say it like that, but, like, maybe it didn't really turn out as what you want it to be. Maybe it's not your thing. But that's okay. I will be glad that you tried. I'll be glad that you helped, you joined, you become a member of the Lobit channel, of course. It's just that, like I said, just don't swear, please. editing of the videos are really hard, and having to put music that's copyrighted, it's hard to uncopyright it, and it's hard. Now, as in for everything else, I don't think I need any more members, so the application stuff is kind of over right now at the moment. I'm glad that you guys like the Rickroll. Thank you. I've seen a lot of your comments, and I am glad that you guys are still being active in my community. I know that I sound really weird. I don't know why I sound weird. Hold on. I think my voice cracked. And I'm getting a deeper voice. Oh, that's great. I can't wait, because, like I said, a lot's going on for the other channel, the main channel. You won't believe, there's a lot that's going on for the main channel, but I can't say anything because it'll probably make you extremely curious, but other than that, thank you guys for being so patient. Thank you for everything. Thank you for everyone who brought this adventure to come true, and I'll see you all on my next update on character-wise, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye!